Hi, ericsboy.com, and today I'm going to give you my 5 tips advice for July 2019. Let's start. For many people in the north part of the earth, it's summer, and many are on vacation, and they actually use this time to start making pictures to other people. So I'm going to speak about this. Obviously, I have people from the south part of the earth that actually watch this, but maybe they do also picture of people during this month. Anyway, so I'm going to speak a lot about that kind of tips. So the first one. Very often, people, when they make picture to a person, they want that person to look sideways, like this. I'm going to take off my glasses, and then when you see the picture, you actually see that they look cross-eyed, because this eye is really stuck here, so it makes a strange look, like this, you know. So it's important that when they look sideways, you tell them to close this eye. If they actually see their nose, it means you on the camera won't see the skin here, okay? So they have to turn this way until they don't see their nose anymore, and then you can open both eyes and they look at you sideways, not straight, but they don't look cross-eyed. So it's very easy. You like this, you see, if I look like this, I look cross-eyed. If I turn like this, I still look sideways, but I don't look cross-eyed. Obviously, you won't be able to look that sideways as much as if you were like this, but it would be a more pleasant picture, and that person will look like a normal way of looking. Second tip. Very often they start making pictures to people and say, well, just bring the clothes you want. No, don't do that. You must play in your favor. So try to have easy clothes. If that person likes white and black clothes, don't mix them. It's very hard to have a t-shirt, a white t-shirt properly exposed with the black trousers properly exposed. So if you want everything in black or everything in white, or some light colors, I mean, put like some white and yellow, white and light pink, or whatever, and dark colors together. That's easier for you to expose properly. Same thing, there are some clothes, they do some moiré because they have small squares, like Prince of Wales or peacock, or some very thin lines. They make some moiré, strange effects, so avoid that kind of clothes. If you want to make your picture in black and white, make sure that the colors will be okay in black and white. For example, in color, red and green are great. It's a nice combination, it's really punchy, it's nice. But in black and white, they are really similar grays. So it means then it won't be punchy, it will be like really flat. So if your idea is to make black and white picture, make sure they don't mix together green and red, for example. It's important to think what colors or type of fabric is in your favor, so you tell that person to bring colors and fabrics that really suit you better and make the job easier for you. Tip number 3, forget about your zoom lens. Don't touch it. I know you have only a zoom lens, but don't touch it. Why? Because if you make one picture at 30mm, another one at 45, another one at 50, another one at 55, another one at 18, you won't have any consistency in your session, in your shooting. So it's important that you keep it quiet and you move. I mean, zoom lenses were invented for lazy people, but for lazy people who don't want to change lenses, not for lazy people who want to move their body. So your zoom are your legs, and you have to move yourself. So this way, if I do a portrait at 55mm in an APS-C camera, all my portraits will be this way during this shooting. So when I look at the picture, they have a similar look, similar proportion, and that's fine. If you just move a bit, it still won't be that consistency, and that won't be as nice. Obviously, if you want to do a wide angle, you can do wide angle. If you want to do a tele, you can do tele, but try to have some consistency, at least maybe 2 types, some in tele, some in wide, but not moving just a bit. Very often people tell me, yes, but I didn't fit in the room. If I was on 55mm, the proportion was really nice, but I didn't fit in there. So I could not do it. Well, then you have to go to another place, because you're not going to sacrifice the image of someone just because you don't fit in there. You have no space. So obviously, if you have no other choice, then maybe go for a wide angle, but think about a type of picture that is more dramatic, from the bottom, and more, I don't know, but something different. But don't try to do a typical picture of you would do with a telelens using a wide angle, because then you're going to make a funny shape of the face. So it's very important. Don't touch the zoom and move yourself. Very often they tell me the good thing about digital photography is you have the EXIF information, and you know what aperture you have, what speed, what ISO, all that. Yes, but this is not an information that is that useful, because each situation is different. So it's important that you take notes. You write down information about things that do not appear in the EXIF. It doesn't tell you how far the flash unit was from the person. It doesn't tell you if it was if there was a window on the side with light coming from there. It doesn't tell you how far you were from the person. It doesn't tell you how far the flash was from the person. All this, you don't know that. So you should write it down. And also make some making of picture. You just step back and make a picture of the situation, of the scene. You leave the person there, make a picture of the scene. So after you have all these documents, so you can actually see where you made mistake, see where you were right. You can then modify your setting for the next shooting you will do. And also, if you are quite happy with the result, you know that this way it gives you the result you want. So you write it all down. So it's very important to make making of for yourself. That will help you a lot. Tip number 5. Very often people, what they do is they place a person, the pose, they shoot, they go home, and they see the lighting was wrong when they see it. Sometimes they don't even realize the lighting is wrong. They do it the wrong way. So the right way is you place a person where that person will have to be, and more or less the pose. Then you forget about the camera, you just concentrate on light. You look how light is hitting her face or his face or body or whatever. You see if there are some strange ray or strange shadows or whatever. And then when this is solved, then you can think about going further. Obviously, if you use a flash unit, you probably need to shoot to check the results if the lighting is placed as you want. But you're just thinking about the lighting right now. When the lighting is fine, whether it's natural light or flash or whatever, then you can adjust your camera setting for that lighting. First you look at the lighting on the person, then you configure your camera to adjust it to that lighting. Then when lighting is fine, adjustment is fine, then you can adjust the pose, and then you can trigger your camera. It's the way to do it. Place a person, check lighting, configure camera, check everything, adjust pose, shoot. That's the way to do it. If you don't do it this way, you can have great poses but lousy lighting, and I think this is a way to work. Okay, thank you for watching this video. These were my tips for July 2019. If you think it may interest anyone, you can share it on social network. Please, if you have not done yet, subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's a small button down here, a small bell. If you click on it, you will get notified when I upload a new video. My website, ericgimbal.com. If you have any question, you can leave a comment below or send me an email to info@ericgimbal.com. Please don't send WhatsApp messages if you find my phone number somewhere, because I'm saturated. Below also put links to my gear on Amazon, and also links of other part of my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Bye.